All right, class, welcome back to this week's video. In this video, we're going to go over VLANs, creating access ports, trunk ports, and DTP ports, which is dynamic trunking. So we're going to concentrate on these two switches right here, and we'll configure everything for these ports. Configurations will be the same regardless if it's a layer 2 access switch or a layer 3 routing switch. They're all the same. So let's get into it. So right now we're back into our switch. And this was the VTY stuff. So we're going to go into config T. We are now going to create VLAN 10. We're going to give it a name of engineering. We're going to do VLAN 20. Give it a name of sales. So we got those done. Now we're going to go ahead and create access ports for the PCs. So let's exit this. Now if we do a do show VLAN, you see we have VLANs 10 engineering and VLAN 20 sales. We have no ports active. That'll change in a minute. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this PC is configured on port FA01. So let's go int FA0/1. I like to give the ports descriptions. PC. We're going to say static because it's static IP'd. We're going to do a DHCP port. So I'll name it DHCP so we know which ports are which. And it didn't like descriptions because it is in description. It's description. Okay. Since this is an access port, we're going to go switch port, mode, access. We have to assign it a VLAN, so it's going to be switch port, access, VLAN 10. Let's do int FA. Oh, we might as well do, even though the ports are already up, we're going to go ahead and do no shut. Int FA02, description, PC, DHCP. And that'll be later on video when we configure DHCP. Switch port, mode, access, switch port, access, VLAN 10. No shut. So, if we go into here, we should see ports now. So engineering has 2 ports. Since this switch does not have any PCs connected to it for VLAN 20, you'll see that we won't have anything there. So that's an access port. So let's go ahead and configure the same thing on this switch. So we'll configure here. I'll do a show VLAN just to show you there's no other VLANs created yet. All right, so we're going to go VLAN 20, name, we'll give it marketing. Actually, let's do NetAdmin. No, we'll keep it marketing. All right, we'll exit out, do show VLAN again, and there's our marketing VLAN. No ports yet. So we'll go into int FA01, description, PC, So switch port, mode, access, switch port, access VLAN 20, do show VLAN, and you see VLAN 20 has a port. So there's creating VLANs and access ports with the names. Now, we have two links here to connecting the switches. These are going to be trunks. We're going to create one a trunk and one we're going to put in DTP mode. So that is int FA0/23. Switch port mode, and here you go. So you have access, dynamic, which is for DTP, or trunk, which is automatically going to put it as a trunk port. Dynamic means that I need the other side to, if it wants to be a trunk, it'll be a trunk. So we're going to do dynamic. And as you see, we have auto and desirable. Desirable means it wants to be a trunk. Auto means it's waiting for the dynamic desirable to tell it, hey, I want to be a trunk. Let's be a trunk. So we're going to do desirable. Now on the other, oh, that was switched to. Okay, that's right, because we're going to change it anyway in the next couple labs. So let's go to this guy. And let's go int FA0/23. Switch port mode dynamic, and we're going to say auto. Now it's going to turn orange because it's going to reconfigure. Now we're green. So we're going to do show DTP. Oh, gotta do show DTP. And this is the information. Sending hello packets every 30 seconds. Dynamic trunk timeout 300. 2 interfaces using DTP. So now if we do show interface trunk, we should see that FA23 is a trunk. So it's mode auto right here. It's using the 802.1q trunking, and status is a trunk. So we have DTP up and running. So it is working. Now, since spanning tree is going to block the next port, it's not going to, it's going to show blocking when we get to that point. So let's do that. So int FA0/24, switch port mode trunk. So now it's going to be a trunk automatically. Description. I'm not going to put description because we're going to change description anyway. So now let's go to the other side. Let's go int FA0/24. Switch port mode trunk. All right, now let's do show interface trunk. Now we have 24 and 23. So as you see in the mode right here, we have FA24 is on using 802.1q, and it's a trunk. So there's the trunks, the access, the dynamic. We should also do on this is switch port non-negotiate. We should automatically always turn that off when you're doing a trunk. So let's do that here. So this just means that it's going to be a trunk regardless, and we're just taking the non-negotiate off. You can run into some issues with the non-negotiate. All right, so we're going to create a VLAN on here. We're going to create a native VLAN. So VLAN 99, name, native VLAN. Oops, doesn't like the spaces. Native VLAN. So it's what native VLAN means is if you're not tagging packets on the end device of this switch, of this link, it's going to automatically put it in VLAN 99, which is a good security measure as well. You want all your ports that you're not using in VLAN 9 in a VLAN that you don't want to use. So let's go back to int fa0/24, and we're going to go switch port native switchboard trunk native VLAN 99. So now we're on VLAN 99. Yeah, I know it's not because the other side doesn't have that in there. And as you see, this error message came up. Since we don't have the other side configured yet, it's saying, hey, we're putting you in blocking state because you don't have the native VLAN in there. So we're going to go back in. So we're going to go switch port, trunk, native, and it'll tell you what VLAN it needs to be in. And there you go. Port consistency restored. As you see, we have this log message saying, hey, we're restored, we're good to go. So now if we do show interface trunk again, do show interface. So the reason why I have to do is because I didn't go leave the configuration mode. So that's a little shortcut you could do that. If you want to verify something and you're in a configuration, in configuration mode, just put a do in front of it and it'll work. The only thing that you won't get is the autocomplete or the question mark. So now as you see on the FA24, I have a VLAN 99 now. So I don't think I created a VLAN 99 on this switch though. And I didn't. So let's do that now. So VLAN 99, name, native VLAN. Exit. Do show VLAN. Now I have the native VLAN. So that takes care of the native VLAN stuff. And VLAN names. Now we'll come back later and we'll do a router on the stick video for that. We'll do that in a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.